Hey everyone, we're back. Hey, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and let's enjoy this. Burden of Command, the only World War II leadership simulator / war game that exists in, I think, human history, at least in the commercial market. We've been playing it the last couple of days here. I'm really excited to get back to it because it is a great game with a good narrative strength that also, a good narrative, I should say, that meshes with what is actually a decent war game, and really looking forward to it here. So let's go ahead and push play, shall we? I have to actually find the button. There we are. Go ahead and push play. I'm sure it'll load any moment now. There we go. Now, I'm playing this on a Steam Deck, as I probably have mentioned in the past. I have a Logitech keyboard with a touchpad connected to a Steam Deck that's basically acting in the role of a Steam machine from the mid-2010s, connected to, can't see it, an 80-inch TV at the other side of the den here. So this is really going to be... My controller setup is a little bit janky. It just is what it is. So anyway, we shall continue. Where we left off, we were in the middle of a training exercise at Fort Pickett, Virginia during World War II. So I guess it was 1942. The war is already on here. So let's just see what happens next, I guess, right? Virginia, 1942. 25 September 1942. 25 Virginia. Feels like a dress. Okay. So our objective is to secure the crossroads here. This is... Press this here. First squad, second cav. This is the enemy. Right, that's the enemy. These are my men here. This is Lieutenant Wilson. This is second platoon, first squad, second platoon. This is third squad, which reports to, that was third squad, second platoon. And this over here, that's second squad, second platoon. So our situation is this. These guys are totally hidden in the forest right now, and they've been creeping up on the enemy, which is dug in here. The problem is that the enemy also has a machine gun nest basically overlooking the whole thing. We need to secure this crossroads. So I have a variety of infantry, machine guns, and a mortar, which I can use to take these guys down. Right now, the center is actually doing reasonably well. They're under cover. These guys are about to get overwhelmed, and they don't even know it yet. They're going to be completely surprised when we hit them. The problem is that on my extreme flanks, I tried to be a little aggressive in, I guess, doing recon without really doing it well. I guess I was throwing them out there just to see what would happen. These guys down here ran into an enemy unit, which we can't even spot right now. I think they're over here someplace. They ran into them, and that just stopped them in their tracks. Same thing happened up here. These guys actually tried to get up top of this mountain here. They just sort of charged across the open area because these guys were taking pot shots. They charged up here, and then they ran into somebody. But the funny thing is that they appear to have when they got hit, and they really got hit by the machine gun down here. They skedaddled out of here, and they fell back to this hex here. But in the meantime, these guys have now spotted the enemy lieutenant here, lieutenant leader. So I guess we are still, and some of these controls are not quite clear to me, but I guess I ordered the mortar to just hit this hex to see what would happen. I don't know if Lieutenant Leader is broken or not. These guys are doing really bad. These guys are almost totally wiped out in terms of morale. Morale is actually key to this. Morale is the key to the unit strength. Morale and orders are how we maneuver and what we do here. Now, the way it's a little bit loosey-goosey in choosing who goes first, but once you've chosen a leader to move, you have to move everybody in that group, which is fine. So right now, we're at the beginning of turn 5. I have 15 turns to win this thing. And it looks like I have lost somebody already. I'm looking this down here. Level kills less than 2 is 1. Interesting. Major defeat. Interesting. Or kills greater than 2. Oh, we actually killed somebody. Excellent. We're still at major defeat because we haven't taken the crossroads. Anyway, so I need to decide what unit I'm going to hit next. Now the problem is that I know now that there's some extra guys, there's some enemy units hidden in the forest here. It kind of goes both ways. These guys, this second squad. No, sorry here. When I select if I select this group here, they have a Lieutenant Wilson, their commanding officer, with them. I could order them to attack. And it looks like these guys are going to be surprised, I think. Bolster to improve, maybe not. They're already net suppressed. Wow, interesting. Expected versus enemy, surprising, attack novel, surprising. So basically the fact that I'm surprising them is apparently going to be key to this attack. It doesn't seem like they are... Oh yeah, see, if I hover over this, I get a sense that the cavalry squad that I'd be attacking here, their morale's kind of shot as it is. So that's fine. That's all to the good, right? These guys don't see first squad, second platoon here. Why does it say third squad, second platoon? I'm not sure why it says that. Oh, I see, because I have third squad, second platoon. Some of the interface here, it takes a little bit getting used to. I will say that. That is the one drawback about this. It is cleverly made. It is a great war game. The ideas are fantastic. And quite honestly, the narrative is great. It is actually much more engaging. I was afraid the narrative was just going to be a little bit of a... I was afraid the narrative was just going to be kind of a gloss and kind of a little bauble to include and wasn't going to be that important or that great. But it actually... I was afraid of that, but I seem to have been wrong. That was it exactly. Okay. That's interesting. It keeps saying... So, if I order Lieutenant Wilson to attack with first squad, second platoon... Oh, I see. They can see first squad, second platoon. That's why. Interesting. If I select these guys, though, they're not spotted. Basically, these guys come out of nowhere and they wipe them out. That's the idea here. So what you should do, because again, the morale is key, leaders are key. Use the leader to bolster, to rally your troops before you attack, or to bolster your troops before they attack, rally them after the fact, if their morale is shot and that kind of thing. That is also why me sending these guys all the way the heck out here was a really bad call, because I took them away from their leader, the one guy who could rally them at this point. And now they're kind of just off on their own and isolated. They'll probably get wiped out here unless I can pull them out of there, which is a pity, because if I could rally them, they have the enemy lieutenant right there. They could take out one of the enemy leaders right now, and that would be a great hit to their ability to continue to resist. So that said, I think I'm going to have to deal with whatever's going on down here first, so let's just go ahead and do that. I've had these guys creeping up with the idea that I would hit these guys. I'm wondering if I should just move fast right now and take them down. What I think, and the problem is that they're different squads, so I have to coordinate with them and everything. But I think I'm going to have these guys. He's going to bolster.
You gonna let an old man do all the work?
I like these guys. Initiative chance. Net suppression. Expected versus you. So I think what I'm going to do here... I mean, can I just have him fire on this? Or should I do a recon by fire? May reveal enemies. Too far. Like, I'm getting a lot of these too far away kind of things here. That's kind of annoying. Let's clear that out. Assault. What if I just... Can I fire on him here? Let's see. Let's find out. Assault at the train. We're already lower than a snake's belly. Excellent. Target heavily suppressed. Nice. All right, so now look how, if you see the chart at the top, you see how the green pie for Lieutenant Wilson and his squad is now just like almost gone to 100%, and the win initiative chance for the others gone down. Even though I think they know this squad is here, it's going to really hurt them. So this is just going to... They're already shattered. They're already weak because they're getting shot at by a unit they weren't expecting. So hit the K button. And let's take them. Undaunted. Undaunted. Uh-oh. I expected that to work. I expected that to work. I guess it did not. Oh, well. That's a shame. Now, what should we do with these guys here? I think they're going to slink back to cover here. And we're going to change their facing. They're a little bit... They're feeling not so good at the moment, but that's okay. We'll come back and we'll work them out later.
Stay online.
Now, I have the captain here. And the thing about the captain is you can just get the captain to move whenever. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to send the captain down the south way, or do I want to send him up north with this ragtag team that's heading that direction? I think I'm going to keep the captain with the bulk of the unit, and these guys up north, I think they're just going to be kind of a flanking, kind of a... I think I'm going to leave them as sort of this screening, not screening, but kind of a recon force to see what they can do up north. I don't think... See, I was initially thinking that the bulk of the enemy was not up there. But now I'm concerned there might be, since we ran into a lieutenant in the middle of nowhere. I don't know what the lieutenant is doing out there in the middle of nowhere, but there he is. So I think I'm going to keep the captain with the bulk of his forces down here. And I'm going to have to figure out a way to get him to move closer. But I'm not going to move him. The problem is I've got a bit of a train wreck going on with all these people here. So the next turn, Lieutenant St. John is going to come up and hit these guys and hopefully just wipe them out at that point. But we're done here, so we're going to end this turn. End the leader round, is what they say. I'm going to hit the space bar to do that. MC go hand to hand. What? I don't understand what that means. MC go hand to hand. Failed. The lieutenant is trying to attack. Okay, I'm not going to do that. From above. I guess that's the problem here. We'll be attacking from above. And I think these red hexes, I don't think that was explained. Maybe if it was explained, I missed it. I think the red hexes, though, mean that they're directly exposed to enemy fire. So you have to be careful moving into those hexes. Lieutenant Stern commands the machine guns. The problem is we're attacking uphill, so that's really the problem, isn't it? All right, so we're gonna bolster.
Come on!
Come on, says Lieutenant Grant. Hit him. Make sure you're using a high morale unit to attempt the assault whenever possible. I just bolstered them.
No can do.
I just bolstered him. What do you mean? Okay.
Come on!
I could have sworn I just bolstered. Did I not just bolster them? Oh, I didn't bolster them. This isn't a high morale unit? I mean, it seems that way. Okay, whatever. Let's do it.
Get your ass moving!
Revealed. Okay. We're still all right. They surrendered and we're still good. Excellent. I don't know why it gave me that error message. I thought I did that. I thought I hit the bolster. Maybe I didn't. I'm actually gonna have to review the tape on that one. Actually, I'm going back to it, looking at it right now. Yeah, I did bolster. I did bolster before that last tag, and it didn't. It's like it didn't take for some reason. Okay, maybe that. It seemed like it was a high morale unit. Everybody was in the green. I'm not sure what I missed out there, but okay, whatever. Took them down. Lieutenant St. John to the rescue here. All right, so now we've exposed these guys. These are the ones that sent the second squad, second platoon running. For right now, I think Lieutenant St. John and his squad are kind of done. There's no point in moving into this hex right now until the rest of them there are done. They're nice and hidden in the forest right now, so we'll just leave them be. Excuse me. First squad, first platoon, let's move them up. Well, we can't move up? Oh. Okay, so this is where we can take advantage of the captain. I guess you're right, Lieutenant. That's the one thing. Lieutenant St. John has run out of orders because he had to bolster and then attack. So that killed all. That basically orders are the available. Time, money, and effort are all limited. So he used what he could with what he had to do to take that hill, and now these guys are just sitting there. So we'll have the captain take command. And the captain will get these guys moving forward here to back them up. Same is true for the first squad, first platoon. The captain can keep everybody moving here as we need them to. Now, having said that, they're just going to move into that forest here. All right, so we've got first squad here. They're the ones with the card deck symbols. So first squad's here. First squad, first platoon. Second squad is here. Third squad's kind of strung out into the forest to the north. We'll see how that turns out. I think we're gonna end that there. I don't know if I actually want to do anything else right now. I want first squad. Sorry, I want a third platoon over here. Yeah, we want to move them next. These guys, can they keep moving? What if we did a recon by fire? Oh, we can't. Blocked line of sight because there's this hill in the way, basically. Huh. Man, they got you there, don't they? All right, we're just going to leave them there for right now. We still have 10 turns to win this in, so that's okay. Escape out of here, and then... Oh, no. Oh, no. These guys are going to get wiped out.
Watch your fire.
All right. Third platoon, man. These third platoon, these guys, we're going to take command on them, and they are going to creep. Can they creep? No, they cannot. We're going to fall back to here. And they're going to pivot. Base up here. They still might get flanked, but whatever. They're hidden right now, so they're going to hide out there. Lieutenant Dearborn. Dearbow. Lieutenant Dearbow. What should I do with you? Apparently you can make it up there if you just double times it up there, but I don't think we want that. I'm going to bolster them first.
Follow me to victory.
Yeah, my question is, are they going to have line of sight? Are the bad guys up on the hill? These guys here, this cavalry squad, are they going to have line of sight down to here? Probably not, because they can't. Third squad is third platoon is currently unobserved here. So I'm going to gamble that I can move Dearborn and second squad up into this position here. Or would it be better to come here and anticipate them moving into the flank? No, the problem is I'll bet they'd have, yeah, that's a straight shot. There's an empty hex there. Let's bunch them up here. That clearly they'll have visibility into that hex, so I don't want to put them there just yet. So we'll put them there. We must protest the parameters of this exercise. The enemy's fire has proven to be so accurate as to approach the supernatural. I'm pissed too. Not long. Remain silent. Maybe that's the point, Lieutenant. A test of character. Take it up with Captain Lamb. What do you do? Complain? Nod slowly. Maybe that's the point, is a test of character. Well, also, Lieutenant Dearborn, you must consider this, my dear Lieutenant. It could very well be that we are fighting a war of attrition, and it's a war in which we will prevail only if we inflict greater casualties on the enemy over a period of years than they inflict on us. In which case, beating our heads against a position like this to kill off more of them, to drain more of their resources, is exactly the way we would prevail in such a situation. And as awful as it is, we being the infantry, we get the short end of the stick. We get the shit job of going in, slugging it out in the mud with these guys, hoping that we win, but understanding that to the men making the decisions, it doesn't matter if we win or not, so long as we stress their resources, drain their blood more. And that's how we're going to win this thing. So unfortunately, Lieutenant Dearborn, the poor bloody infantry here are going to have to suck it up, Buttercup. That doesn't seem to be an option here, so I'm just going to say it's a test of character. An evaluation of coolness under adversity. I had not considered the Army would understand these things. Perhaps they do. Anytime, Lieutenant, you're welcome to come talk to me for advice. It's fine. Hate to say it, but he does have a point. The enemy picks the ground when they're playing defense. Bennett would always say that it's their battlefield. We're just fighting on it. Maybe it won't always be that way, but we got to expect it will be. It's our burden, I guess. It's a test of character. Undaunted. Interesting. Dearborn is undaunted at our prospects against the MG. Soldiers are trained to take cover at the first crack of a rifle round. Sometimes it is better to keep moving to reach good cover or even close with the enemy in assault despite incoming fire. That gusto doesn't prevent casualties. The umpires are fond of saying that bullets don't consider bravery in the equation before they hit. Oh, yes, my friends. And as Louis Auerbach once said, only hits count. Veterans can sometimes ignore suppression. Okay. There are plenty of stories about foreign soldiers ignoring fire in the field. American soldiers would be no different. Okay, great. A shrill whistle blows. Okay. The Bokopedia. All right. Can Lieutenant Dearborn... Can he move there? He can. That will wipe out his remaining movement, though. That will be his last order. He's not going to be able to do anything. So I'm just going to leave him there for now. Ah! Sorry, did not mean to do that. Let us return. We don't want Lieutenant Dearborn to lose it, so we're just going to hold tight here. Lieutenant Dearborn possesses a cunning mind. Interesting. But he takes losing personally. Okay. So here's my question: should I try to hit these guys with the mortar? I think I'm gonna hit Lieutenant Leader with the mortar. I mean, why not? Airburst and woods are dangerous. Okay. Sounds good. Eat it, Fritz. Eat it, Fritz. There we go. Oh, he's not Fritz, he's Vichy. Vichy. Vichy, France. All right, where are we here? Can I do a recon by fire here? Recon by fire, yes, I can. Actually, how come I can't shoot there? Come on, darn it. I am just scared of sending these guys up to this square, or to this hex here, because I'm afraid that someone will have line of sight on them and they'll just die horrifically. But I wish I knew what the correct path was here. I'm just going to have to risk it. We'll just see what happens. Locked line of sight. Okay. This the buffalo cavalry, I guess. Huh? All right, Captain Lamb. All right. Let's see what happens next. You can hear them, huh? I don't think there's any other orders I have left to issue, so we'll call it. 10 turns left. Oh, Mini Eisenhower is back. Yay. Artillery is now available to your company, the field umpire indicates, then gestures to your radio man nearby. Your Captain Lamb will call in the coordinates as he would in the field. We will rule for delays and accuracy of fire as needed. This includes possible issues with communication. That's great. Thank you. Loving that. Big guns. It's about time. What is that, Gallipoli? All right. Well, we've our mission status has now upgraded from major defeat to merely a minor defeat. So excellent. Excellent. We will proceed as if victory were inevitable again. These guys have line of sight. No, they don't. And if they move there, they'll get hit. These guys, can they reach? Flanked, surprised. If I hit K, can we reach there? Bolster to improve. Block line of sight. So it looks like morale of second platoon's a little shaky at the moment. These guys are, you know what? These guys acting like they're chickens with their heads cut off at the moment probably is not helping the situation. So here's a good question. Is it worth my effort to send Lieutenant Wilson down to chill those guys out, or should he just focus on this squad here, on first and third squad, and leave second squad hanging for right now? I think that regardless, he should either bolster or rally first squad first, because they're right there. So that's what we'll do.
Don't you give up on me.
Don't you give up on me. Sir, yes, sir. It sounds like, what was that guy from, what was that movie? American Beauty. Yes, sir. Please don't give up on me. That was the guy's son, the Marine. Good soundtrack to that movie. The movie itself has had some, anyway. Kevin Spacey was good. I don't care. I'm going to tell you right there. I liked Kevin Spacey in American Beauty, Lieutenant. So just stow it. All right, I'm going to move Lieutenant Wilson down here since these guys look like they're back up to par. Lieutenant Wilson is going to go down here and get them sorted.
Come on, Bishop.
Come on, Bishop. Interesting. They didn't quite take the rally as well, but that's okay. Well, we'll get them all rallied up next turn for sure. It does seem to have kept them down there. All right, fine. Oh, Lieutenant Wilson is leading the round. I see. All right. Well, the Wilson, so second platoon, I think, is done for right now. They're rallied up. We'll move forward.
Knock him out!
Undaunted leader. Well, we saw them. Excellent. How are they now? Are they rallied or they what? Okay. So that's all fine and good. I guess they can see. I mean, this is not a massive area, so maybe I'm playing this wrong by thinking, oh, like there's two separate areas of engagement. There's actually one whole united thing here. Maybe I'm not quite sure what the distances of these hexes are, and how far they can really see. Like, it would be nice to see what reasonable line of sight is from there. I don't think I realized that there would be line of sight up into that hex from Lieutenant Stern, and the 1st machine gun squad and the 2nd machine gun squad, who did a good job just, nailing those guys. So good job, guys. I might bolster them. We shall see. I think I'm going to hit these guys. I'm going to hit the cavalry squad with Lieutenant Leader here. Because I want them to wither and die out here. Die. Die. Like, I'm hitting their leader. That's what I really like about that. Most excellent. Lieutenant Leader is red. Cavalry squad is red. Excellent. That's exactly where I want. Lieutenant Dearborn might actually save the day here, or win the battle here by taking their enemy leader out. That'd be great. What's that over here? They have a mortar too. Son of a gun. I probably should have used the 105 against that mortar. Oh well. No spotter, line of sight. Okay. So we're going to have to do something about this then. Can he reach, first of all? Can he reach there? Yes, he can. Flanking morale boost. Target cover. All right, let's just do this. Let's see what happens. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. He did have line of sight to that place. They're going to keep the attack? No, they're stuck. Darn it. Oh, man. All right, Lieutenant St. John, you've got to rally them right now.
Let's get back out there.
Yeah. Oh, man. I guess it truly is difficult to judge where there's lines of sights here, I guess. That's rough. I'll see why they gave you 10 turns to win this in, though, too. Creep to here. Oh. Some of the men were not sufficiently motivated. Okay. Or as you say. End the turn.
Unsere Panzer kommen.
Can you hit there? Can we hit this with Lieutenant Stern?
Put him in the ground.
It would be nice if we got lucky and wiped that lieutenant out. That's all I'm going to say. But I expect that that's not gonna play here. But
Watch your fire.
as you say. It sure would be nice if I could tell for sure whether these guys can actually hit Lieutenant Leader in the Cav squad from there or not. I'm guessing we're just not going to hit anybody from there, and that's just going to be what it is.
Ship fire.
Ship fire. Right. I don't want to waste an order from Captain Lamb. So instead, I'm just going to pick the squad.
On your right.
Spent.
Watch your flank.
Can we shoot them from here?
Watch your fire. Move.
Okay. Can we shoot from there? Yes, we can. Units can only be suppressed so much. Well, you got us already. Why don't you understand? We're trying to kill you. It's not just a matter of keeping your heads down. All right. All right, dear bow. I don't know why it keeps saying Stern will lead. It's Dearbow's turn to lead, so come on, Dearbow. Don't give him an inch. Rally.
We are not finished yet.
Do not fire till you see the whites of their eyes. Never gets easier. Now that's a question. Can I... Spent. Maybe check mouse over. Assault is disabled. Right. Can you guys actually assault them from there? Can you actually do that? I've got 2 red squares, so that tells me, considering how I had no red squares down below and I ended up getting the heck kicked out of me, let's gently creep up. Kind of like maybe Captain Lamb should get the heck up there. We've got them pinned down up here. Maybe Captain Lamb should go up there. That's, I mean, interesting. Because I think these guys need him. I think the captain's going up to Dearborn squad to salvage this whole situation. What? Why did you do that?
Keep firing.
Sniper! Yeah, you son of a gun. Of course you're gonna... Yeah. Well, hey, you know, all this running around and we ended up exposing more of their soldiers. Yay. Doing this the hard way, I guess. I should have sent the captain up with them initially. I didn't realize that at the time. I had enough leaders down here. There's another good lesson. I tell you what, I'm screwing this up, but at least I'm learning something from it. And this is realistic role-playing, right? Because these guys really are doing this for the first time. And now I see how this is supposed to work. So that's actually kind of cool. I don't think there's anything else we can do here, so we'll just cut it short there. Remember to rally.
Keep moving.
Thank you, I will.
Stay down. On your left. On your left.
Oh, shut up, Mini Eisenhower. I didn't know there was a schedule. You're substantially behind schedule.
Stay on line. On your right. On your right.
I mean, I'm basically about to take the objective, so I don't know what your problem is, Mini Eisenhower.
Right.
If by taking the objective you mean just occupying that hex. No doubt we'll get a lesson about how, a lecture about how, oh no, we're just taking the hex, it's like, it's not enough to just take a point on the ground, and then we're gonna delve into the military theories of, what's that guy's name? Jomini. Oh, Jomini, yeah, interior lines. Okay, whatever. Yeah, okay, great. That's fantastic. Military theory is great, and frankly, nothing really fires me up more than having a long conversation about Zhuhei and Duhei and Jomini and, of course, Clausewitz, right? So I'm guessing that this is not just a matter of taking these individual positions here that we're dealing with here. I'm imagining this is actually a matter of engaging and destroying the enemy or forcing him to retreat or surrender, right? So just occupy. This ain't Axis and allies here. So, okay, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. We'll try more. All right.
Keep it up.
You're substantially behind. We're going to have to rally these guys, so let's do it. Okay, did he rally or okay, there we go. That's the way.
Move up.
What? R.
Keep it up.
Come on!
Come on. Leading in command.
Stay down.
How is Lieutenant Stern in command? What is the was the captain out of it? He's not out of it. He's right there.
I think I got one. Hit him hard.
How come we can't creep up into there? No, what do you mean? Oh. I hit the wrong button. Creep disabled. Maybe check the mouse. There.
Keep moving. Don't give him an inch.
Don't give him an inch. No need. No suppression. Really. How about these guys here?
We're taking fire.
Stay down. Take cover.
The only way out is through.
Contact.
Well. Yeah, those guys are not the best at the moment.
On your right. On your right. Hit the dirt.
And I'm wondering, can we creep these guys into an open hex? Let's find out, right? They're revealed. Okay.
Keep it up. Stay down.
Okay, we can't go through a hex that has guys in it. That's a shame. Yeah, this logistical logjam. I should have just taken him into there, I guess. Oh well. We'll get him next turn. Then.
Firing. Keep your heads down.
You move it. There we go.
Down. Move up. Hit the dirt. Take cover. Shift fire. On your left. Hit the dirt. Don't give him an inch.
We're not licked yet.
No, we ain't.
Don't give him an inch.
Can he do that? Let's see.
Stay down.
Okay. Did we do it or what?
Move.
Okay. Right click. Let's just see.
Frag out.
Well done, second squad. Well done. So we actually captured the enemy lieutenant. I'm a little disappointed that it still says minor defeat, but that's okay. I guess we're substantially behind schedule because we're still at the minor defeat level. I guess we're supposed to be controlling the hex of the there for now. All right. Well, I'm glad I managed to take out that enemy lieutenant with his squad of cavalry or dismounted cavalry, whatever they are there. I thought Captain Lamb was going along for the ride. I guess he ran out of movement points. That's okay. We'll leave him there for now. Not that we have much of a choice. But we have Lieutenant Dearborn here. Lieutenant Dearborn is leading. I'm not sure why Lieutenant Stern is in command. That's okay, though. Kind of wondering if there's like a... Is there a user guide for this? I need a user guide for my military sim, something like that. I used to make them, I guess. All right, where are we at here? So, Lieutenant Dearborn. Now that I've advanced here, I'm kind of wondering what I need to do to get these guys moving further. Because the reality is that these guys, Lieutenant Dearborn needs to take out that machine gun nest there, because that's ultimately the real problem here. Looking at the map now, I realize that rather than, trying to play von Schlieffen here and like keeping my flank strong, I probably should have spread out the men a little more, and I probably should have had, I'm looking down below. I have two platoons going at the south, slugging it out through the, in the mud in these forests. And I don't think that was the right call. I think that was, I think that was totally a mistake, because I got a bit of a train wreck down below. I actually have a train wreck up north here too, because all of Dearborn's squad, I'm trying to funnel them through, or not funnel. I'm trying to get them to go through this slow-moving forest up here, where ambushes are all over the place apparently. And in reality, I should have just put them through the middle, and they would have been able to handle that one squad by itself. The enemy actually doesn't have that many soldiers, at least I don't think they do. So my initial thought that there'd be this massively strong center does not seem to be borne out here. I think they just have this one platoon. They're dug in. It's in fact, I'm looking at it. It's like, whoever designed this scenario, it's the usual. The attacker needs 3-to-1 ratio of soldiers to the enemy to prevail. So they gave me that, and I'm going slow because I'm trying to outthink them, and I'm trying to outthink the scenario instead of outthink the enemy here. And that's a mistake I made early on. I think I'll still be able to win this one, but I now see. This game is, and I think it's time to take a break here, because I'm actually heading up on 11:30 Eastern time. But this game is fascinating to me, and the more I'm playing it, the more I'm really enjoying it, because now I see that they truly are teaching you. They truly are teaching you how to fight this war. And I think they're doing it as realistically as they possibly can at this platoon level simulation. And I think that's amazing. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, I'm actually having to think through what I need to do here on a level that I had not in previous war games. And I'm thinking especially, forget like Axis and Allies or all that other garbage. I'm thinking actually more along the lines of Steel Panthers, which was a great war simulation game that I played back in the day. But realistically, I didn't have to think this hard playing Steel Panthers. But I'm like actually looking at the map, going, man, where could they be? And I have to manage this very important resource that is time, right? And I have to manage this time resource more than anything else. And that is I guess that's the secret sauce of this game, isn't it? It's not other games you have to manage, your soldiers, the more sophisticated ones. And I'm thinking, do I have any on the back here? Yes. Yeah, I'll disrupt everything. I take it down. It'll disrupt Gulf Strike from the 80s, which was a battalion. I guess it was a brigade level simulation of modern combat in the Persian Gulf in the 1980s and 90s. And that one, the resource you had to manage was supplies. Everything was all about supplies, and detection. Did you detect the enemy? And everything else kind of flowed around that. So this is different, though. This is like you actually have to manage the leader's time and attention. And that's a fantastic, interesting way to do it. Is it realistic? I don't know. I haven't been to war. But I do know how important leadership is just from my day-to-day life, just in ordinary living and trying to get things done in an organization, in a corporation, in a law firm, and that kind of thing. And so this is, again, you have to choose one aspect to focus on, and then you just have to pound the hell out of it. And they're doing it with this one. This is I think they're achieving their objective. Is it fun to play? Fun is what it is. I'm finding it engaging and interesting, and I want to keep coming back to play it. And I wasn't sure initially one way or another. I thought it was a great idea to explore the history aspect and an interesting thought. I'm just not sure about it initially entirely. Well, I need to give it a shot. But now the more I'm playing it, the more I'm like, well, this is a tough game. But at the same time, it's an interesting and engaging one that I want to keep playing. And if you like war games, if you like with an aspect of role playing, I think this is a fun thing to do. You should check it out for sure. Well, but anyway, I haven't gotten through I haven't gotten out of Virginia yet, but that's okay. I'm having fun doing it, and I will keep playing this as long as I can, and I'll keep streaming it when I do. I think it's a cool thing. If you're enjoying it, as always, please like and subscribe. It definitely helps us out here. We're still a small channel growing. If you've liked these videos, check out some of the others we've done with my daughter. We play lots of games, especially 2-player games, and we do a lot of narrative and story-based games as well, most of which inevitably involve combat, some of which actually do not. But we're trying a few others, like we're playing Split Fiction right now. We tried South of Midnight. I don't know if we're going back to that. We may not. I thought it was more interesting than Zoe did, I think. We have an ongoing Deus Ex Human Revolution game going too. So anyway, I think that's good for now. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again soon, and I hope you're enjoying this Burden of Command playthrough. We will we will catch you all on the flip side.